Shut up.
What is happening, friends of CCP Podcasting? Welcome to Beyond the Bell Live. It is a Wednesday as the day of this recording. We're live on Twitch, we're over on X, and we are on YouTube as well. Oh, you have to excuse me one second, guys. There we go. I had sound running in the background. You never know what'll happen when you're live, guys. I apologize. Again, we're live on X, we're live on YouTube, we're live over on Twitch. Welcome everybody to the show as you're lining in and coming in. Let me get through a couple of quick announcements. Man, Chapter 2 was a happening. It was down in Orlando, Florida, just a couple of weeks ago. We've got the full show coming out on our YouTube platform this weekend. We will premiere it this weekend, and we are definitely on the road to Chapter 3. March the 28th, Southern California. We are teaming up with Primal Pro Wrestling out of San Diego and Millennium Pro Wrestling out of Chatsworth in the Valley, right outside of Los Angeles, for what's going to be a great weekend of just Southern California independent wrestling. We will start our excursion on the 27th for Millennium Pro Wrestling. Our event is on the 28th at the Millennium Pro Wrestling Academy, featuring the Pump Line taking on the Brothers Divine in the best of 3 falls. We've also got Mr. 551 CJ Tino hooking it up with Devious Cass in a qualifying match for our heavyweight championship tournament that will be crowned in April. We have also announced that Chuck Mercer is going to take on our own Dallas Dash, who's going to come and serve a knuckle hamburger to Chucky the Plumber. And guys, it is only going to get bigger from there. J2 Mattioli is due some revenge over Skrilla the Great with what happened at Chapter 2. If you have not seen it, again, it'll premiere this weekend. We're not waiting. J2 is going to get the opportunity because Skrilla and J2 are both going to be in the house in Southern California. It is going to be J2 and Skrilla Part 2. Tickets on sale now at ccppodcasting.com. You definitely need to be there if you're in the area. It is going to be a great weekend, and it doesn't stop there. We're going down to San Diego on Sunday to hang out with Primal Pro Wrestling for their Primal Pro Rage event. If you're in any of these areas, stop by. Come by and show some support. Hang out, say hello, get some merchandise from some of the guys, and enjoy some great wrestling, because that's why we're all here. And that's without wrestling, life would be miserable. It's not abusable. It wouldn't be a beautiful place. Our guest today, first of all, Dog Mama, we see you. How you doing? UK Paul, I see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Our guest today is actually coming to us from Southern California. And the name came up in our conversation with Matthias. And Matthias was like, you really need to talk to this guy. And I said, well, put me in touch and we will definitely get him in here because I'd love to talk to him. He put us in touch same day. And then we were able to line this up. We've got him coming in today. I really admire this guy, and he doesn't even, well, he knows now. We had a conversation before we came on the air for many different reasons. For one, starting it with the military. From the military, you go to driving trucks. From driving trucks, you go to professional wrestling. Professional wrestling leads you to all different directions. And I always say that we're all put in positions for a reason. We just have to figure out what some of those reasons are. I consider this guy a hero, and we'll get into some of that, of course, throughout this conversation today. Please welcome the CEO of FAFA. Fuck around and find out. The Epic himself. Welcome to Beyond the Bell Live. How are you, sir?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm living the dream, dude. It is a Wednesday. We're halfway to the weekend. It's going to be a wild one here. I've got a show to commentate this weekend in Orlando, and I think next weekend I fly to San Antonio for a show. It's wild, brother. But how are you doing, man?
I'm doing well. There's one thing that I do because it's kind of like a gentle rib I always throw at Matthias, because he always has people talk about his deadlift, and I'm like, okay. I was one of the strongest powerlifters on the planet at one point in time.
Powerlifting. That's the motherfucking thing I left out on the intro. It was supposed to be from. I had it whole written out, dude. I fucking left out powerlifting.
Yeah, over 700-pound squatter, over an 800-pound deadlifter.
Yeah, watch out, Matthias. Brother can eat you alive.
Yeah.
Get ready.
They said at one of the shows they're announcing, I said, excuse me. I was like, hey, we're not doing that. We're not throwing numbers out there. How dare you? I love Matthias. He's such a good dude. Strong as an ox, too. And the guy he can move, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's special. Yeah.
We saw actually one of the first matches I saw with Matthias was his SoCal championship win over
Mhm.
Judiz in that career versus title match, or he may have had the champion. I'm not sure what it is, but that was the first match that I saw. It was like 27 minutes of just sheer storytelling at its finest,
Mhm.
and it was a fantastic way to be introduced to who Matthias was and is. Excuse me.
Yeah, yeah, he's fun. I love the
Well,
dude.
well, let's talk about you, my man, because your journey to wrestling is very it's interesting. It started, like I said, with the military and then into powerlifting.
Mm.
What led you to like serving in the military first and foremost? And thank you for your service, by the way.
I appreciate it. I, I, honest, young and stupid. I uh, I was an athlete in high school. I was a very good athlete, and I didn't have the parental support to do like because at that time they started doing this new thing called the clearinghouse, and your parents have to sign you up for the clearinghouse. It's a whole process and all the other stuff, and I didn't really have like the ability to get my parents to do shit for me. So uh, I was just an angry young kid and got into a lot of trouble, and I had an option of going to jail or the military. So um, that was the case in point. Like a lot of it too is like I wasn't the best scholar because when you're young and angry and you're confused and you don't know what you want, you don't really make the best decisions, and asking for help seems like a lot harder than it actually is. So I went to the military and I learned a whole lot there. Got injured in the military, ended up getting out early, and then got into bodybuilding, weights, like personal training, like trying to figure it out. Got into like security sales, and then powerlifting took off for me. Uh, that was just a beautiful sport. So I ended up meeting my best friend Abraham, and he's the one who got me into the sport. He would brag and be like, "Oh, my buddy Doug's stronger than you. Like he could do this and he could do that." And then he came and was like, I told everybody you're gonna do states." I'm like, "Well, what is states? Is that a big competition?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah. They got like the strongest people, and California is the strongest state. It'll be good. It's like for the state title." I'm like, "All right, when is it?" He's like, "6 weeks."
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So the first competition I ever did, I didn't know it was good at the time, but like apparently over 1,500 is good, right? Like that makes you like a almost pro. My first total was 1,868 pounds, and
Yeah,
that's like the first total that Andy Wong put up, and he was the second strongest in the world.
yeah, I think that's pretty
So
good. I think that's pretty good.
yeah, yeah, I did all right. I squatted like 700 pounds, pulled like 744 pounds, benched like 430 pounds, something like that. But yeah, it was a thing. Yeah. So
I imagine that like so I can't imagine because obviously I've never been a power lifter, but if I'm a seasoned power lifter and I see a guy that walks in and on his first deal puts up numbers like this, I am probably going to be a little bit intimidated because
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's fucking impressive.
it got me a lot of hate too because I'm an awkward character and I think things are funny, and people were talking trash. And after they came, were running their mouth to me during the event when I beat their main guy from Strength Cartel. I was like, "Is that good? Did I just beat your dude?" I was like, "Did I got more numbers than him? Is that how you win? Is that what's supposed to happen?" Yeah, and make fun of me again.
I mean,
Come on. Yeah,
that's again, fuck around to find out.
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
there's your corner right there. Off a
Yeah,
rip.
my buddy Abe, he's the funniest dude ever too. He kept bragging the whole time, like running his mouth. We would go to competitions, and he always he thought it was funny to mess with me. I'm not a very serious person, you know what I mean? But like he always found a way to like when I get to the lifts, I become kind of like a honey badger, unapproachable. Like I'll swing on people. I'm a nut.
Yeah.
But he always found a way to make me laugh before I went out there and like kind of like relax me a bit. And he would like take like hands and chalk his hands and put them on my ass cheeks. So I'd be going to bench press and I got these big hands on my butt cheeks, and he's giggling, laughing to spot me on a bench press, and he's like, you know, the, there's a funny picture of me with his hands chalked on my ass cheeks, like
I
just always finding a way to get me to giggle or something like that, or we would do this thing where we would wear nothing but fanny packs and roll up our underwear so it looked like we wore nothing and walk around and play like Marco Polo trying to find each other in an expo. and just to creep people out. They'd be like, "What the hell's wrong with these people?" And we just thought it was funny.
We're playing a game.
Yeah,
Leave us alone.
yeah, just big children. Yeah,
That's all it is, man. We're just playing games,
yeah.
man.
That was my
I
buddy.
mean, I think Abraham. I went and I watched your documentary today. There's one on YouTube that was done. I think by I don't remember the name of the company off the top
Grapple
of my head.
vision.
Yes, yeah. So I got a lot of information off of that, and I understand how important that Abraham was to you even getting into professional wrestling to begin with, and I know that there's a lot of different stories that happen along the way, and that gets you there, and from truck driving, et cetera, et cetera. But I want to hone in on the wrestling aspect for a minute, and talk about the decision, like when you decided that this was you're going to do this, like this is this is the calling. Walk me through that for you.
That was hard. The first show I did, I swear to God, like I didn't feel it. Like the fans all loved me and stuff. I'm like, I feel so awkward. I didn't have the same confidence like that I used to have when I was younger.
Yeah.
I'm like 33 when I started. So I'm like, God, this is, what the hell am I doing? And then like, am I going to be able to get back in shape? And, powerlifting's going to go out the window because I was trying to get back. I wanted to put up 2,000 pounds and call it a career. You can't wrestle and powerlift. It's impossible. So I think that when I really, really got serious was about like when I was 35. I did a show with Santino's and Knox. They did this like combination show and at the Derby Room in Pomona, and like 100 tickets sold by myself, and there was like a sea of white shirts everywhere saying Team Epic, and they didn't like to use me very well at Knox. They like to leave me off the card or do stuff, or they're like, "Oh, you'll be in the Rumble," and they'll let this nerdy kid with, I don't want to say nothing terrible, but anyway, he's a nerd with bitch tits, and I hate him. So his daddy would pay the fucking sponsorship. So then, this kid who barely been wrestling got to, win the matches and do all the stuff. And I got, that's when I started to get competitive. Like, oh, fuck that. Fuck you, you fucking needle dick. Like, you haven't earned shit. Like your matches suck. You suck. Like, I don't like you. And then I'm starting to understand what wrestling really is. Like, I'm not going to let you steal this crowd from me. I'm going to make the crowd love me more than they love you. And then like I started to like do my shit. So I ended up getting the crowd so hot that day, that they had to put me just from this pre-show rumble into like doing a walkout where, have you seen the tag team Swipe Right?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, I did a run out on them to save my buddy who's a drunken pirate with his tag partner. Oh yeah, Ian Morgan. I can't wait for him to come back. He just had a kid. The drunken pirate gimmick is good. So, anyways, I come out to save my buddy, and as I'm sprinting out through there, my music's hitting. The crowd pop, and everyone's like, "That's a Stone Cold pop on an indie show." Like that's nuts. So I'm doing my thing. I'm hyped up, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I remember coming home like out of the ring at that moment, going, I'm doing this like to the highest level, and Gabe Sapolsky was there and X-Pac was there. And I remember running out. One of the fans zoomed in on a video of them when I was running out and this pop happened. And they're like, who the fuck is that? Because
Yeah.
I'm not on the radar, because Knox never fucking advertised me or like wanted, they didn't give a fuck about me. Like they're too busy putting like who they wanted over. Like they had this thing for like catering to like
It's
the fucking,
politics. The fucking
well,
you know what I mean? Go ahead. I mean,
they
step on you.
didn't. Yeah, well, they wanted to cater to what they thought was the popular narrative. You know what I mean? Like the PC crowd. Like, we don't want a straight white male to be over. No, no, no. It's got to be like this or that, or like a big girl, or this, or somebody with historic roots of some nationality to this, to that. Like, we're gonna pander to that shit. You know what I mean? Like we already got Stu, who's a veteran and has the flag. We can't have another one out there like fucking. It was a whole fucking thing. Like
Yeah.
I knew it. Yeah, it was what it was, and like I saw it, and like I have the witnesses and the statements to prove it. Like that was the narrative. So like That was the thing. So like when I start getting competitive with stuff, I don't like let people win. You know, like I'm like, okay, like you want to fuck with me, like you want to leave me off the card, I'll make it impossible for you to leave me off the card. I'll sell more merch, I'll sell more tickets. Not only that, I'm petty. You guys are moving a building, I'm gonna go buy a truck. I'm gonna go buy a ladder truck with a rack on it and a toolbox, Ford F-250 long bed, and I'm gonna load one building to the next building, and I'm gonna outwork every single person in this place while working 70 hours a week in my diesel truck. You know, because you
Mm-hmm.
don't fucking tell me no. Nobody can outwork me if I fucking if I want something, like I'll go to deep water. I'll swim in the depths that nobody's ready, and I'll invite you guys in here with me. So I started doing that, and like that's where I'm like, I'm gonna go all the way to the top just so I could prove to everybody who doubted me that I could do it. You know, and then now I've been doing it, and then the incident happened, and you know, that kind of like threw me off my game a bit, you know, because I told you I got like the past traumas and stuff with losing friends and all the other stuff. So like it kind of like took my fire out a bit. You know, I've gotten it back, but then you know I just had surgery, so we're here.
Yeah, no, see, like,
Yeah.
with the with the incident in question, we talked a little bit before we came on the air, and as I said on the intro, you know, and again, we've only touched on a little bit of stuff so far. Like, I know a lot about the traumas that you have been through with losing friends
Yeah.
and losing some stuff, and I get it. I shouldn't be sitting here. I should have died
Yeah.
3 times over. And so
Yeah.
I understand from, and when I talk about when I was in in professional wrestling, I fell out because I fell into the dark side of drugs and alcohol, and
Same.
just
Same.
I OD'd in a hotel room and had 3 guys with me. I woke up by myself,
Yeah.
like 6 hours later. And like, so decisions had to be made. And then, I was almost killed in another situation. So,
Mhm.
I through these situations and understanding trauma and understanding like what this shit can do to somebody and what it really can do. The fact that you were there to even react to this situation with Stu, I find it very commendable, and I find it very. I said you're a hero, and I said it for a reason, because if you weren't there, this thing could have gotten more out of hand than what it did, and there may not be a recovery in place for Stu. I say that to say we are all put in positions for a reason. So when I went through all of my situations, I always questioned myself, like, why the fuck am I here? I
Yeah.
don't know why I'm here. Why? And it wasn't until about 6 or 7 months ago that it hit me. And for me, while it may sound kind of crazy, it's the platform. It's being able
Yeah.
to grow and connect and do different things. I think in situations for you, I honestly think that you were around, and I know that there are things that you struggled with as well, but I think that you were there and you were put there for a motherfucking reason, and you
Mhm.
served that reason at that time. And I cannot thank you enough for it. And I know that it may not mean a whole lot. It may, yeah, I don't know how it affects you. I just know that from a guy who can definitely see some of this. Thank you,
Mhm.
because had you not, who knows? Who knows?
Nah, yeah, it wouldn't have. I don't think Stu would be alive. Yeah, no, it's to me, first and foremost, God is everything. The reason I got into wrestling, that you if you know the bigger story on
Hmm.
why, it's, you know, when I fucking saved another person, I told my girlfriend, like, you know, God's gonna take my life soon, or he's gonna replatform me to speak his word, because I don't have social media anymore. I don't have anything. I've been canceled, all this stuff, you know. And you know, she said, You're talking crazy." And then you know, go to the gym. Hey, do you want to be a wrestler? And I said, God wants me to be a wrestler. Speaking of the devil, I have to tell her on
You're fine.
podcast. uh, so, you know, and then the whole thing was Stu. You know, like I do believe that God put situations to answer calls, and put myself, because person. You know, I've always been the guy to give my last $20 to somebody who's hungry, even if I'm hungry, you know, because I do believe that I could weather a storm that other people can't. You know, like I truly believe that in my heart. Like I was built to just eat the shit sandwich. Uh like
I
I
feel
can
you.
make it work. Yeah, no, I know how to make it work. Like I know how to like take a hard time really well and try to and keep pushing. So to me, I do believe that everything happened for a reason. You know, I do believe that I was put here and put on earth to protect my family and you know, I'm here for family, God, and community.
And
I'm here.
facts, and truthfully, you know, I know it's hard to even have conversations like this because for me, it's like I said when we came on the air, I don't want to make you relive fucking anything. That's not why we're here. That's not what we're what the goal is. But it's kind of hard to have a conversation and not at least touch on that because I do feel like this thing could have it would have been way worse. And I know that for someone to interject themselves in a situation like that is very dangerous to begin with, and it takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of guts to make things happen like that. And it's just it's good to know that there are legitimately good people out there. And when you say that, we're canceled, et cetera, et cetera, nobody can cancel you but you. And when I hear people talk about stuff like this, I immediately go to like the positive side of things. It's a Ted Lasso moment for me. If you're familiar with the series, I would rather if all of us are judged by we're either all judged by our worst decisions and our worst actions, or we're not judged by them at all. So if one
Yeah,
person is judged by whatever bad decision in that situation, then we're all judged by all of our bad decisions. And we have
yeah,
to always look ourselves in the mirror like that and have that conversation with ourselves. Like that's ultimately what it boils down to. But I think that it's pretty badass that like since then and since this thing has happened, like your notoriety is obviously grew a lot, but you got some opportunities to do some stuff with some extra work with the WWE that I want to touch on here in a minute. But before we get there, I'm really, really big on this what is it? Bring
bring
off
on
the
the bully.
bully. Bring on the
Bring on the
bully.
bully. Oh, it's
I
yeah,
am
it's
I am really interested in this little promotion because I saw the first show. Like I didn't see it, but I saw the advertisement for it, and I saw, obviously some the people who were attached to it. We've had on the show several, Ben Bishop and a lot of others. So the
mhm.
concept of Bring On the Bully. Let's chat about that for a minute, and let's chat about how you got involved with it.
I that I got Um, I got involved with it because I saw these people popping up on the posters and flyers, and I'm like, you know, and I hit them up and said, "Hey, why the fuck haven't you booked me?" You know, like, and then he was like, "Well, you know, like pricing this and that," and I'm like, "I do it for free. I don't give a shit." Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, like I work in the truck. You know, like we're all right. You know, like I like what you're doing here. Like,
Mm.
let's go for it. You know. And then we start talking and talking and talking and then getting into the networking stuff. Like I'm really good with networking and like I used to do sales and business accounts and setting up all kinds of stuff. You know, I've had a very eclectic life, you know, and I uh get into the weeds with that. So now Chris, who's the owner of Bring on the Bully, and I going hand in hand, like doing promos for the print shops or this or that. We're bringing in Adelanto Stadium.
Saw
But
that.
yeah, so he's a lot like me where, you know, right before I bring on the bully, a day before my surgery, I actually got fired. So, you know, yeah, I'm down to my last dollar kind of thing. But it it worked out because I'm putting so much into wrestling and everything else that I'm doing and chasing all my dreams that I'm having more fun and I'm mentally a lot better off than I ever like would have been if I would have kept where the job I was at. You know, they illegally fired me too. It's not, you know, I'm suing. Uh,
Get them.
so yeah.
I had
They
this
fired me on
conversation.
medical leave.
Literally had this conversation.
Yeah,
Well, first of all, they fired you over medically. Fuck them.
yeah, yeah.
I had this conversation with my mom today. Like I about this platform, right? Like for me, I didn't take it seriously until about a year and a half ago when, I kind of kicked myself because what if I did take it seriously when we started doing it 2.5 years ago? Where will we be? But like, I firmly believe that we're on the cusp of doing something different. I think that we're on the
Yeah.
cusp of trying to, in my own weird world, I think that we can all work together and collaborate together and grow the overall sport and the opportunities in them for everybody. Because part of me thinks that sometimes the industry is not shaped for everyone to succeed. It's shaped for a few to succeed, but that's by nature. And we all know that we get into that when we're getting into professional wrestling, that there's a slim chance, but it doesn't mean
Oh yeah.
that we can't be seen. It doesn't mean that we can't use the platform. So the conversation I have with mom, in 2026, I'm quitting my job. I have a really
Yeah.
good, cushy job in corporate America, but I'm tired of it. I'm tired of dealing
Yeah.
with corporate politics. I'm tired of dealing with the bullshit that goes along with it. I would rather work for myself, whether
Yeah.
I succeed or fail, because at least that way, I know I tried, and I
Yeah.
know that I got it done. So I can respect that mentality and can respect that drive of, wanting to do something and wanting to make an impact. And I do think that the concept of Bring On the Bully is really good, especially with the people that get attached to it and who
Oh yeah.
have stand up for to me. I think it's more than just a fucking name of a show. And
Mhm.
and that's the passion that I have for it. And I totally want to get to talk to the gentleman behind it at some point. I think
Oh
Chris,
yeah.
as we said his
He
name
will
was,
love it.
because
Chris is a good.
I'd love to put him out there on our platform
Oh
and
yeah.
let's discuss it, because I think anybody that's bullying it
Yeah.
needs to get a punch to the face.
I agree. I agree. And Chris, the reason why he's doing it, the whole reason behind is like, history with his family and stuff. I'll let him talk to that about it. But like it's really genuine, and like he's just a good dude. And like he's a professional videographer, so we didn't even like tap into like his real talents.
Yeah.
Like there's some of the stuff that I'm talking to him about and what we're working towards and like what I want to compete with and like what I want to build with him. Um is it would be really special because he's so gifted with a camera and he's so gifted with directing and he went to school for it. Like there's so much that he has to offer that he hasn't even like tapped into. So like, getting some of the guys to work and stuff like that while this promotion's building, like we can't pay, premium rates for people and stuff like that. We can't do all this crazy shit yet because we haven't built the foundation. You know,
Hmm.
like we're getting wood for the foundation and we need concrete kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm
but
right there.
yeah, it's special because like, my buddy Rob Shit, I love him to death. And he was willing to work with me. And then like, we got like bad dude Tito.
Yep.
Like I hit Tito up because I was gonna have the match and I tore my bicep off, right? And I had a burner design with my buddy Saul Luna, who's a up and coming really good worker. The guy could fly for a big boy. And we set this whole thing up, and then I got hurt. I'm like, fuck, I got to do something that would still bring good attention here. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And sure enough, I got the crowd on my side, and Tito's music hits, and I hear, "Is that fucking Tito?" I'm like, "Hey, fuck you, Tito! It's
Yep.
my show, you asshole! Like, how dare you upstage me? What a slut!" And then he walks out with the fucking microphone after he cuts a promo on it, and he's laughing, and I see him laughing and smiling while he has a microphone so he could have the last word. I'm like, "You little bitch!" Like, like, and I'm funny, I'm dangerous. If you get me in the ring and you want to cut promos on me, like I'm hilarious, like I'm quick with my words. So he walked out with the microphone. I'm like, "You bastard! Like, you fucking grimy prick! You son of a bitch!" Like,
Here we go.
yeah. But I love Tito. You've seen Tito work, right?
Yes, I have.
Like, Tito could do a lot, and he works within the realms of what we're doing, and he's an absolute showman, and I'm so excited to have like some of the future stuff I have with him. Um, even like the cool shit, like we just made those posters, and I hit him up and I said, "Hey, I owe you money because I got to go get the poster and I need a signature because people love him that much where they want to buy a poster with me and him like signatures on it already." You know,
I like it.
he's a he's an interesting guy. Like he's fun. Like Bring on the Bully has like Bulletproof Troop, who's I mean Blake Troop is come a long way from like when I first met him to like where he's at now, like, and how charitable and kind he is. He's got a big heart. I didn't know that about him. Like when I say come a long way, he's probably always been this way, right? But like
Yeah.
since my first take on him to like what I'm seeing now, like he's got a genuine heart, like he's a good dude, and I could easily say that because of what I know that he does and what he's giving.
Yeah, sure. I got you, man. Like, I think that I wanna see more. I'm really when I saw the announcement that are you guys doing a show at the baseball stadium? Is that what I
Yeah,
picked up? That's what I
yeah.
thought. I wanted to make sure
And
before I was like,
I'm getting my boys from Scaling Up involved. Eric Konevsky. Remember the guy who tried to get the height and weight of Braun Strowman and he had a little tantrum?
yes, yes, I
That's
remember
my
that.
buddy.
Yes.
That's my friend. Yeah, that's Eric Konevsky. We also catch pedophiles on the side.
I was gonna bring that up actually because that was
Yeah.
something else. That's another facet. You're out there. Not only were you doing professional wrestling, you also are out there catching some really shitty fucking people. To be
Yeah.
perfectly fair, and I
Yeah.
commend all of you for not wanting to just strangle or do worse
It's
to
hard.
any of these people. But the
But
fact that
yeah.
they're going out in cuffs when it's all said and done, it's one less
Mm.
scumbag and piece of shit on the face of the planet, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the whole I told him, I said, we do it legally in the right way, that's fine. But I said if we do things illegally, we won't do any good. If anything, we'll exacerbate the problem because we're not gonna. So like he's Eric does such a professional job. Like he's very structured with how we're doing it. Where like a lot of the people that I've seen out there, they get excited for the content, they want to do this and do that, and I'm like, I'm not here for all that. Like some of the stuff they do, like it's funny to me. Like we can't get everyone booked, so like they end up in boxing matches, these pedophiles, and they get beat up. But
Mm.
uh, and it's not like that's not my cup of tea. Like I want to see everybody in jail that partakes in this atrocious shit behavior. And I've caught a few in wrestling and gone after some. Um, I'm actually working on one right now. I'm getting some concrete information on them. And once I could verify the ages and everything else and the timeline, I want to present that to the authorities and everything else. You know,
I mean, there's a
that's something I do not play with.
no, and nor
Yeah.
nor should anyone. To be perfectly fair, I
Yeah.
just think that there are. When I found out that you guys were doing that, like I honestly I do a happy dance on the inside because I'm thankful that there are people out there that do take some matters in their own hands and do it the right way to make sure that this does not happen. And
Yeah.
we're not gonna get them all, but we'll be able to get a good chunk of them, especially if the letter of the law is followed, and that just seems to be the case there, 100%. So
Hmm.
there's so much good that you're doing out there in all different varieties and different aspects. That's why I said, dude, this guy's a hero, and truly, not just with the service background, but again, you touched on it earlier. There's a lot, man, that you've been through, and a lot of stuff that a lot of people wouldn't make it through. And the fact that you continue to push and you continue to, not to sound, like one of those guys, but to fight the good fight. And it's really inspiring to see. Like, I mean, going from a trucking accident where you made a choice. I
Yeah.
either you're gonna pull this person from a burning vehicle or you're gonna go with them. Like these are
Yeah.
decisions and these are choices that most people, if they're put in that position, are going to turn and go the other way. And you meet them head on and you met them face on. And it doesn't matter circumstances that put you in those positions. What matters is that you were there and that you did something. You did something versus doing nothing.
You just have to do the right thing. I could attribute that to my dad. Uh, I watched him attack two gunmen shooting at each other at a kids' basketball game, and he looked at me disappointed. I was like 12, but he was like, "The fuck are you scared for?" Like you have to do the right thing but that clicked in my head. It's like if somebody doesn't do the right thing, nobody will. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
something has to be done. Like it's not. I Other people say, "Oh, there's all these no, there's no other option. There's only the right thing to do.
Yeah,
The only option I have is to do the right thing, because we all die, and at the end of the day, if like I'm not doing the right things, or I'm not trying to do the right thing, then there's no meaning to any of this, in my opinion. Like I have to do what's meant to be done.
I agree.
You
I
know?
agree 100%.
Yeah,
100%. And it didn't take me. It took me. I'm 43, and I always tell people I didn't grow up until I was 32. So
yeah,
I've been adulting for 11 years, and in the trial and error of being an adult, I've learned that we're not perfect, but we can all choose to do the right thing. You can either do the right thing or you can do the wrong thing. We're all met with these choices every day, and it's up to you, the individual, to make the right choice. And I think that with being in positions to where you are in the right place at the right time, I do think that there are rewards that come along with that. And in the world of professional wrestling, you've had some opportunities. You have been seen. You have been
yeah,
noticed. Like, people know who you are. You've had opportunities to do some extra stuff with the WWE. Let's talk a little bit about those opportunities and really how you maximize them. Obviously, some of it goes to the hair, right?
yeah,
But
yeah. You got to get noticed.
that's just it. It's like it's
Yeah,
a separation thing. You can either be the same as or you can be different than, but you get a segment spot, I know, with Cody Rhodes at some point in time. But what other kind of stuff and leading to these big opportunities for you for the WWE and getting the opportunity to do the extra work? How did that come about for you? And what did you learn from those experiences?
uh, Gabe Sapolsky has been one of the best, kindest. He's just been a genuinely kind, caring individual since the whole incident happened. And he's the one who runs the extra talent work for WWE, and
Sure.
I've done extra
Yep.
work with them before the incident, right? But Gabe reached out to me just to make sure that I was okay as a human being, not for cloud attention or anything, just to make sure that I was okay. You know, Gabe's a very genuine person, and before I got hurt, he was like, "Hey, send your matches over." He's always looking out for me, and I blow my bicep off, and I'm like, "God damn." Oh man, but yeah, Gabe, it's pretty much him. He's a good dude. He runs, he does his like seminars and stuff like that, and people have their opinions and this and that, but I'm like, don't you understand that like everything is a business? You have to pay to be seen. Marketing is all this stuff is important, right?
Hmm.
Uh, you know, Gabe, the root of who he is as a person is very kind and giving. Um, Even like Brett Lauderdale in GCW has been kind to me, and booked me with to do the wrestle the Brothers of Funstruction,
Yeah.
um, right? And he's a fan of the stuff I do with scaling up, and so is Gabe, by the way. Like they watch these things and they're like, hey, we support good human beings, because you got to imagine the world of wrestling doesn't have there's a lot of great people, but there are a lot of egomaniacs and a lot of turds,
Hmm.
and they have those guys filter all of that, and it's got to be wearing on the soul. So like for them to reach out and be kind after, doing so much and being so busy, I got lucky. And then like Peter Avalon and Marquez and Championship Wrestling have helped me out a lot,
Yep.
you know, and I'll be with Championship on 217, even though I'm not on the flyer. So sad about that. How dare they?
Ah.
Like they have an opportunity to put someone as beautiful as me. Like I don't even wear a shirt in my day to day life. You know what I mean? Like I
Sun's
got
out,
this shit
guns
going.
out, brother.
Yeah, like fucking, I put all these fucking pretty tattoos on me and shit like that. And you don't even put me on the flyer. Like it really hurt my feelings. No, it's good I'm hurt, but yeah, yeah. But no, it did hurt my feelings. I was like, how dare you? No, not even. I'll be there. I love those guys. They've been nothing but good to me. Peter's a cool dude, interesting
Mhm.
fellow. Like I like his whole get up, and he's just humble and kind, and he doesn't treat people any differently. So everyone's been so good to me. Um, and even I don't know. It's been an odd, fun experience, you know. And the one thing I will say about the championship is not talking trash. They made me be a fucking heel right after the incident. They're like, "Hey, you're gonna be a bad guy," and I'm like, "Well, good luck." People have tried to make me a heel even before that, and I have a way with crowds, you know.
Yeah.
But I finally got them to boo me at the last show I did with them. So finally, you know.
Well, when you say injury and you blew out your bicep, what's your recovery looking like? You're not obviously in action on the 17th? You doing commentary?
Not for Hollywood. I'm doing commentary with Rodeo Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
I roasted some of these people. There's the guy who pinned Stu was wrestling, and I was like, I'm gonna make fun of you. Fuck you. Like, like you're fucked, bud. Everywhere you go, I have a fucking microphone. I'm shitting on you. I don't care.
Deserved.
Like it sounds mean, but like you fucking earned this. You fucking earned it. You literally earned it. You know, not to mention after the match was over, you come up to the fucking tag partner, the first kid, he tried to pull him off the face paint. He's like, "Hey, bud, like I know we weren't supposed to win him, but like we won him," and gave him the fucking title. Like it was like, do
you
think
fucking
like you're
kidding
in a
me?
Like, do you think you're in a movie, bud? Like, do you think that like this is a movie moment? Like, Leave It to Beaver? Like, hey, fucking here you buck up, bud. At least we got these. Are they that meaningful?
They don't fucking mean anything. Like
fucking ass.
It's
like in the words of John Bravo, you fucking asshole. Right? Face palm. Huh?
I mean, Jesus Christ, how stupid can someone be? And
I don't want to shit on wrestling, right? But there are people in wrestling that fucking live and breathe for nonsense. Like they fucking like worship nonsense. You know what I mean? Like the really good wrestlers that I see in the indies, the pros, and everywhere else, they love people, and they're good with people, and they work with people, and they work for people. Like it's about the shared energy, the community. You know what I mean? But there's a select group of fucking turds that just fucking absolutely need attention because they like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know what it is. Like they don't live in the real world.
There's an ego driven, that's what it boils down to for me, and to a degree, and ultimately people like that there's a reason why they don't last that long. There's a reason why they don't, you know what I mean? Like I'm a firm believer that good things happen to good people. I'm a firm believer that again, we have the choice to either be a good person or we have a choice to be a son of a bitch. And I choose to be a good person. I was a son of a bitch. I was there for 20 years. I choose to be a good person for the last decade, and it's done fairly well for me. And it can do well for everybody else.
I go back and forth.
Well,
like, my root, I'm a great person, you know what I mean? But sometimes I see something, I'm like, you know what? You did the dumb so fucking eloquently. You fucking literally have articulated so much stupid that I have to fucking pick on you. And this is your fault. Fuck you. And I have to come for it. You know?
We have a lot of those here in Florida too. So we get those.
Well, Florida has its own meme page. So
yeah, it does. I
was gonna say before the podcast is over, I'm looking around. I own a shoe company. I made my own wrestling boot.
Okay.
I'm going to China in March to finalize the rest of it. I have the second sizing model. It's not the actual full material. It's still the Snickle Fritz, but it's a cool looking shoe. So I want to show it to the camera before I sign off today.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll definitely take a peek at that here in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Let me.
I don't want to forget. I had to bring it up before I forget because I'm looking around like an idiot right now, and I'm like, "Where's my shoe?"
I will not let you forget because I love seeing creative stuff, and especially if you're designing, boots as well. We can clip that shit, throw it out there.
This is a shoe performance. It's a performance boot. It's a basketball shoe mixed with a tactical boot. It's fucking sick as fuck. I've put so much technology in. I spent a lot of money. I spent pretty much all my money designing this over the last year with my business partner Eric, my little brother. It's special. My other partner is Jason Jackman. Look up his company, 510 Rock Climbing and Apparel.
Okay.
He sold his company off to another big name company. Rents a patent for the rockets for SpaceX because he's a he's a rubber scientist.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, like I didn't think that was, he told me I'm a polymer technologist, and I'm like, what the fuck is that guy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and he's a rock climber. He just looks like Travis Barker. He's a dude, like, fucking go figure. The tattoo headed white guy meets another tattoo headed white guy,
and
and
creates a shoe.
you know, yeah, my little brother's Mexican. He's the only one that fucking didn't fucking fit the bill, but he's better with money and business than I am. He's smarter, so.
We got to
You know?
utilize those who are definitely smarter than us,
Oh,
right? Like,
dude, he's so fucking good at I hate him. He's just, and now he's pretty. See, he used to be strong and beautiful, but he was chubby. So I picked on him all the time because I could always have one thing on him. You know what I mean? And then now I'm getting older and I keep getting hurt, and he's got abs and he looks perfect all the time, and he's beautiful and he has more money than me. And he fucking goes, "Oh my God, you're fucking old. You're going to die before me. Look at you, fucking geezer." You call me a fat old man all the time, and the roles are reversed, and I hate him.
it's payback time. That's what that is.
Oh yeah,
That's
I laugh so hard. I mean, I end up wheezing with some of the mean shit he says to me. That's just like so hurtful, but so funny because you know what I mean. Like that's
yeah.
how men talk to each other. We know, like I'm not going to say nice things to my best friend. I'm going to destroy him every day of his life so he hardens up a little bit.
Listen, is it really your friends if they don't give you shit? That's
Oh yeah,
that's the way
yeah.
that I am with mine. I mean, I
Oh yeah.
give them shit, they give it right back, and it's it keeps us grounded. That's what I like
It
to
makes
say.
me a better wrestler. Yeah, well, it makes me a better wrestler too, because there's nothing a crowd could tell me that I haven't heard from my friends. Like
Yeah.
when I'm in the ring and my buddy Carlos is going, "Hey, you guys," and he's referring to me as Sloth from the Goonies, I'm like, "You bastard!"
You you
Yeah,
should catch
it's so
him.
good.
You should catch him when he's in the crowd and he pulls that shit. If like have a towel or something, go to the towel and pull out a Baby
Yeah.
Ruth and
Oh yeah, that
throw it
would be
at
so
him.
good.
I
That would
mean,
be so good.
I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah.
I would troll him right back. Here you go, Baby Ruth.
One of these days, I'm gonna get out the ring and do something terrible to him. I'm just gonna get re-canceled. They'll be like, "The Epic came out of the ring, and I can't tell you what he did."
We'll all go
Yeah,
away. Oh my god.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
let
I'll get
me
wrestling
let me ask you this. So, with the bicep injury, are you recovered, or are you you're still on the
No.
road to recovery? What does that look like, or what can you tell, or what do you want to talk about with the recovery itself?
So, I tore my entire bicep off. My whole tendon and bicep detached from the bone insertion in my forearm. So, I was deadlifting, which is a warm up for me. And I was like, I'm gonna just go to 605. I haven't done this in a couple months. It's a lightweight. I'm so fancy. Look at me, Mr. Show Off in the gym. And the weight comes up, and so does the fucking bicep. Just came right off with it. It was like, hey, fuck you, old man. And I hit my little brother up. I tear my bicep, and he literally, as I texted it, he responds back with a bunch of laughing and a fucking wheezing emoji. And he goes, "You're fucking old."
Thanks, guys. I
Yeah,
for
thanks, buddy.
reiterating that,
Yeah,
but I've got to go and get this surgically fixed. So can you come and
yeah.
help me, please? you know?
Yes. So yeah, no, I went to the doctors the next day. They confirmed it and fucking set me on up. We got the surgery, got fired the day before the surgery. That's a side topic. Anyways, uh, they put the bicep on 4 weeks ago, so I'm 2 more weeks and I can start lifting weights again. But
Okay.
I've already kind of been in the gym doing shit I'm not supposed to because I'm the epic,
Yeah. Well,
Like
I mean,
hey, you're not gonna fucking tell me what
yeah,
to do. Fuck you. Like you
ain't-
went to school for 8 years, suck a bag of fucking rotten fucking potatoes.
well,
I want to say something,
it's just kind of like
you know.
anytime you tell somebody no, especially if someone tells me no, you're gonna go and do that. I'm gonna go out there and do it. It's
What
just my
a
nature.
week after the surgery, when they looked at my arm, they didn't even do physical therapy because the doctor was like, "You have 100% extension, and you're not supposed to have it." And you already have you could already flex the muscle and move your arm, or you have any bands like barely, and then the surgeon goes, yeah, I was actually impressed after we attached your bicep and everything, we were able to extend your arm all the way after the surgery, and your tendons are huge, He said you have bigger tendons than normal people. I'm like, that would explain why I have crazy strength, because I didn't train very hard to be strong. I didn't do like, it wasn't a Rocky montage on how I got strong. I just went in there and did the shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be drinking beers before I'd go do an opening squat at a powerlifting comp, and I'd be like, "You guys do this shit? Like, you take it serious? Like, fuck, dude. Like, when I go out there and I beat you, like, how are you gonna feel? Like, you literally live for this, and I'm just fucking here because I'm better than you."
That's,
Like,
I
that's
mean,
another thing. Fuck MJF. Let me go on a fucking side. That motherfucker. I'm better than you, and you fucking know it. Motherfucker, I've been saying that my whole fucking life because my fucking uncle said it to a Notre Dame fan at a USC game. We were doing it. They're like, yeah, fuck USC. And he turned and goes, hey, we're better than you, and you know it. I was like, I'm in love with that saying. I need to do this forever. And then I get into wrestling, and here he is, Maxwell J. Friedman, being fucking awesome. You know, like how dare he do that? That's how, you know, like, motherfucker, that was gonna be me. I wanted to be the fucking cocky son of a bitch. I'm better than you, and you fucking know it. Like, that's my favorite thing to say. That's what now I have to say. I'm the epic. That's why I'm the epic, and you're just you. You couldn't do the shit that I want to. You can't do the shit that I can do. I wake up better than you. You know, now I have to do a whole separate thing. All right, sorry.
Yep,
Got up.
I used to always say I used to wake up when I was a heel when I was in the industry. Man, I could never do the babyface thing. I found it easier just to be able to talk people into the building to watch them, or for them to watch me get my ass kicked, than to go out and try and put on, right? Like, I just had the gift, like, much like yourself. You're very witty on the microphone, very much myself. I'm much better in an improv setting than I am in a, hey, here's a script. We need you to hit this point, this point, this point, and this point. I've never been a script guy. I can't do it. But if you tell me this is the concept, here's your end result, I will get you there. And I will get you there in a very organic way, that, because I always say people can see through fake. And it's kind of how I when I even look at wrestling today. Again, we watch stuff all over the world. We have 50 to 60 different companies here in the States, all over internationally, that we're affiliated with, that we do a lot of work with. We watch a lot of their stuff, see a lot of people. And I can always see those who are trying to be something. Like, it's one thing to be a character, and I understand, like, this is a whole piece of the business. But if you're going to be a character, you got to be believable. I have to be able to buy what you're selling. And if I can't,
that goes in,
go ahead.
Yeah. That fries me. And, like, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're fine.
That goes into the whole, like, do you even fucking practice in front of a fucking mirror to see what you fucking look like? Have you ever watched yourself on video? Because I hear people cut promos and I'm like, you know, when I get in there, it's going to be dangerous. Fucking blank expression on the face. I'm like, but what the fuck is that? Like, is like, I would hate to fuck you if I was a girl, because is that you have no emotion behind your face? You're just over here like, do you want an ass smack? Like, come on, motherfucker. Like, is this all you fucking got? This is all the fuck you, like, this is all you can fucking drum up? Your fucking eyes, your fucking face, your fucking body. This is all you can fucking do? Or, like, everyone's always trying to be too cool now. Like, everyone's always trying to be like, I'm the guy. I'm fucking, man, fuck you. You fucking suck. You fucking bum. Like, there's nobody in fucking life that just walks around like they're fucking too cool to do anything. And if you've ever been in a genuine fucking fight, the guy that thinks he's the fucking Fonz gets his dick handed to him.
90%
a fucking nerd will feed you. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's mind-boggling to me what people think looks real, you know, or like they have a cell and they're like, yeah, and they want to, like, it's the same closing off my energy, like, you know, like, one of my favorite people in the fucking wrestling business, like, I love Solo.
Yep. Okay.
Solo's worked gimmicks so good, but if you look at how he expresses himself, wide open. Our body language and our energy, you know what I mean? Like, it's important. You know what I mean? And, like, I'm not shitting on people for, like, how they sell, but when your body's closed off, it shows insecurity. And we naturally read that. We read it with our eyeballs naturally, you know? like, so if we're feeding people brave and bold, but we're showing insecurity, like it drives me nuts. And it's like, and that's the difference between like a really good pro and like people that are just trying to like do stuff on camera for, for a gimmick, you know?
Yep. I
Yeah.
always tell people like if I can't get into it and I can't buy into it, then there's probably a good chance that you need to go back to the drawing board. Like
Yeah.
it's either and it's not gonna hit initially, right? Like I understand that too. I always give people 2 or 3 chances or 2 or 3 watches, and then I'm just like, okay, maybe not, because I just can't get into it. You don't hook us, right? Like you gotta. It's like
Yeah.
that's just the name of the game. You have to hook the audience, and
Hook, line, and sinker,
yeah,
you
and they
know?
have to buy what you're selling. The same thing here. Like if our community, our platform, which started at nothing, 2.5 years ago, and now we're between all the streams and all the metrics, it's fucking astronomical. Like there's almost
Mhm.
3,000 hours of watch time by our audience monthly across the platforms. And so they're going to tell us, right? Like, even if they don't catch the live, they're watching it and they're going to tell us that's terrible, or
Yeah.
that was great, or hey, can you do a show on this guy because he impressed me? When we listen to our audience, they're going to tell us
Yeah.
what's good, bad, or indifferent. But they also rely on us to be genuine and authentic. It's not going to do
Oh
me
yeah.
any good to tell somebody, "Oh, that was fucking fantastic," if it wasn't. Like,
Yeah.
like it does that's a disservice actually,
Yeah, now that's one of my favorite things about Rikishi is how brutal and honest he was, and like now I have Joey Chaos from Santino's,
Mhm.
uh, and like I even get to like work with like Slice Boogie. I love that dude. And what a he's a heel. He's a terrible, terrible human, terrible bad guy.
I'm
Yeah, so
Listen,
so bad.
when I saw that Slice and Danny Limelight got back together, I did an internal happy dance to see them working some dates. Because we had
Oh,
Limelight
they're so
on
good.
last year, about a year ago, give or take.
Yeah,
And to this day is one of my favorite conversations that we've had, because I think the world of Danny and what he's been able to do. And it was before he won the ROH championship,
yeah,
and we were talking a little bit about that, and he didn't know. He's like, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. We talked off air, or either he was working me or whatever. But to see them back and doing some stuff, man, I love them as a tag team. I
they're my
fucking love
favorite.
them.
Yeah, yeah, like Danny's an interesting dude because he's like a legit, like genuine hard ass, but like he's a good guy. You know what I mean? But like there's a big wall that he has up, and it's like he is who he is, and like I respect the hell out of it. You know what I mean? Like we don't talk like buddy buddy, and because we're not that close. But like I respect the hell out of him because I read people well,
Mhm.
you know, and like I really vibe with Slice because I see him in training, so like I spent more time with him, and I love Slice's work. You know what I mean? Like they do some big shit and they do cool shit, but they always have stuff well packaged.
Yes,
You know. And when I was at HOG and like what was it the
House of
one with
Glory.
Andrade? Yeah, House of Glory. So I wasn't even going to go to the show or anything. I've just been hurt and I didn't want to sit in traffic. So then I got on my motorcycle like 3 weeks after surgery, and I'm not supposed to ride my motorcycle or do anything because my
Of course,
bicep's not
because why
good.
wouldn't you? Because you're the
Yeah.
epic.
But I got a nice brace. So then I locked the shit and I was like, fuck it, let's go. And I fucking fucking got down there, fucking parked my bike in front of the venue, walked in, and fucking I was like, I'm gonna go fucking fuck with Slice today during his match. You know what I mean? And then sure enough, he's on the apron. I waited for it to get real silent. It's all silent for a second. I go, Slice Boogie goes balls deep. And I see him looking around. I did it like 3 different times, and
You could.
it was fucking funny. I was cracking myself up. Yeah, that was a fun show. They fucking I think their match and then obviously the main event were top notch. Easy.
Love it, man. I love it.
Easy. Yeah.
Well, when you finally get cleared and you get the go ahead to get back into the ring, man, what are some of the things that are on your radar? What are you looking to get accomplished? Obviously, I know that contract is definitely there, and you're on the radars for that, as we've all seen and which we're well documented. In the meantime, to getting to that point, what are some things that you want to do when you get back?
Uh, I want to fucking wrestle for ROH. I want to go to Reality of Wrestling and fucking work with them. Practice or anything, because I know that Booker likes to see people before he puts them in the ring.
Sure.
So like, I want to go at least do a practice match in front of him. That would be fucking great. Then there's that school in Orlando. Uh, I'm so bad with names. I've hit my head so much.
There's a couple. Now, there's House of Champions in Orlando, which has had the
I
ID
don't know. It's a
showcase.
husband and a wife who runs it.
That is House of Champions. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Fantastic place. I've been there myself
Orlando. Yeah.
several times.
So I want to go. I want to fucking train with them a little bit. And right now, like I said, like I'm chasing my dream. So like I'm collecting money and fucking I finally put in my veterans disability.
Okay,
Uh,
cool.
I had 2 surgeries and a mental issue when I was serving, all diagnosed, and they told me no when I first got out. So I did what any normal 21-year-old would do, and I threw my medical work against the wall and flipped everyone off and threw a tantrum, and then drove my car off, crashed it, and got it towed.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, I was such an unhinged individual. Anyway, so I never got my veterans paperwork back because they hurt my feelings. Like I earned this and they told me no, and I was so salty. So 16 years, I finally decided I would go back, and they rated me right away. I walked in the building and they were like, "Holy shit, why have you not been rated?" And I was like, "I don't fucking know. You fucking tell me.
Right.
Give me money." So yeah, no, I put in my veteran stuff and I got all this other shit I'm doing on the side. So I want to just travel to different schools, and I want to like wrestle for our. I want to see if I can get on like AEW Dark or something like anywhere. NXT would be a beautiful thing. Like I just want to get out, you know.
Hmm.
Now that I have free time to do it, and I'm gonna do nothing but full time wrestle, like this is what I want, you know.
No,
Yeah,
I like it. And obviously we are very friendly with the House of Champions
yeah.
down here, and we have some friends, obviously at Ring of Honor too, and I'm sure you've got friends in some of these places as well. So,
I have no connections. You see, like here's the thing: I got into wrestling, and I know nobody. I don't have connections for shit. I don't know anybody. I don't have people in my back pocket. Like Gabe and all these are people that approached me because of like other incidents, or like when I worked extra talent, you know, like everything I've had to like hunt and kill for, you know.
mhm.
I didn't fucking have a head at the table. I don't have a fucking table. You know what I mean? Like I there's no nepotism powerhouse behind me. You know, I got to go out there and I got to meet people, and like I'm an awkward dude. Like my energy's awkward. I'm always like I think I've overstayed and I just walk off. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
yeah, I am who I am. So like for me like any point in any direction, if anybody wants to invite me or anything, like I'm open. I'm an open book. You know what I mean? Like I'm not hard to get a hold of. I don't I don't think I'm special, you know? Like I just want to do work. Like I want to
yeah.
show up and I want to work. You know? That's who I am. I've always been that person. Like if there's work to do, I'm going to do it. So, you know, that's what I'm looking to do. I even want to get out to Florida and wrestle some of the promotions out there. Um just because like I got a couple friends out that way that aren't wrestlers, and you know like the guys from Scaling Up, my buddy Tanner, he's from Florida, so like it'd be good fun shit to do, you know.
Well, I want to talk to you when we wrap this up.
Yeah,
I want to talk to you when we
yeah.
wrap this up.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you this. So, and this one is a question that you've probably been asked a million times when it comes to professional wrestling on any podcast that you've been on. If they haven't asked you this, then I feel like I may be breaking ground. But I feel like this one's been asked. But when you do get back and you're ready to rock and roll, who are some names that are out there on the independent scene that you want to mix it up with? Who would you like to get in the ring with?
uh that's a hard there's like I said, I'm so bad with names. There's that dude who does it like I think it's a suplex to a Chinese get up. Uh he's at Booker T school.
Oh, I'm not sure off the top of my head. I have to go back and look.
Yeah, yeah, I love him. And then Jason Ayers' son, I want to wrestle that little guy. Like he's
Reese
just stud.
Maddox. I had it.
Yeah, I love him. I
I,
love him.
I
I'm like
am.
a secret fan.
I won't be a secret anymore. I'll tag him in
Yeah,
that, brother, because
yeah,
he is a very good friend of the channel. He
yeah,
does a lot of work at House of Champions down here in Florida as well. I think he works there. Obviously, goes out to Reality of Wrestling. He worked our show on the 31st of January. Think the world of that kid, and I think that one would be a very easy, realistic possibility to make happen for
yeah.
sure. Who else you got?
Uh, Obviously, bad dude Tito. Can't wait to wrestle with him. Um, I, honestly, like I'm an open book. Lance Archer would be funny just because of my hair and his hair. Lance Archer versus not Lance Archer. The fucking shit, man. Like, it's so fucking funny. Is I put my hair in because everyone said I looked like Aleister Black or Malachi
Yeah.
Black when he was a whatever it was, right? But I left SmackDown one day and I got fucking roofied on my way to the fucking airport at the fucking bar, and this guy sent people to jump me to rob me because they thought I was fucking Aleister Black. So I got fucking attacked by people on my way home. And by the time I realized what fucking time it was, I'd missed my flight and all this other shit, and I'd bit somebody. Like it was all fucked up. Yeah. I left my luggage there in Florida. Like it was a whole thing. My family had to come up. They were like, "Hey, you missed your flight." I'm like, "It's 12 o'clock. There's no way I missed my flight." They're like, "It's 6:30." I'm like, "Where did my life go?"
Oh my god.
It was a whole thing. Like police involvement. It was a fucking situation. So I'm like, I'm tired of looking like Aleister Black. Fuck this, you know. And then I put this shit in my hair. I go to a show. You're not Lance Archer.
So
Like,
we got to
I
do.
wasn't a wrestling guy, Like I don't know wrestling. So like fucking then it's like, who the fuck is like the Murder Hawk? What a cool fucking name. Fuck you. Like
So
fuck that guy.
if
Like
you
why do you gotta be so fucking awesome, Like
if
chill
we
the fuck
get the
out.
if we get the Archer match, man, it's got to be done in October, brother, because now we've got a whole nother aspect that we could play into
Yeah,
with it
yeah.
being, Halloween and necessarily dress up, but now we've got that. Oh, it Lance
Even a
Archer.
yeah, what yeah, tag team with Lance Archer would be fucking hilarious because of the hair.
Oh, dude, stop it. Stop it. Stop
Yeah,
it. I
that
love
would
it.
be fucking fun. Yeah, like this fun shit like that, I would absolutely fucking adore. Like that. That's I love entertaining. So if there's a way to amplify entertainment, you know what I mean, by like adding a subtle gimmick, like I'm fucking 100% in for it.
Love it.
Like yeah, and yeah, if a couple other Ben Bishop maybe, you know what I mean. But like, I think my style and his style does like. I'm not a high flyer. I'm a big brawler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like he's 7 feet tall, so I'm like, I don't know if that pairs well. But like, I love Ben. Ben's cool as shit. I would obviously say yes to any match with him, because he's a professional. He could like when you work people that are work show like do shows like I could do the show like whatever you want.
Hmm.
And then I want to get back in the ring with Yabo and Ruffo, the Brothers of Funstruction.
Okay. Love it.
Yeah, because I wrestled them and I had a broken hand during that match, and that didn't feel great. So like I would like to redo it because I could do a lot more than I was doing at the time. So yeah, I broke my hand and then tore my bicep within a short amount of time. So it's it's been a rough one. Yeah,
But
yeah,
listen, the comeback is gonna be dare I say epic,
yeah.
to say
Epic as hell.
the
Yeah,
very least, and I am really looking forward to seeing what happens and what shakes out, and really really interested to seeing what's going on with you in the future as well, and I definitely know that there are some things that we'll be able to help you out with as far as making some introductions, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But before we
hell
get
yeah.
out of here, where's the shoe? Do you need to go grab the
It's in my
shoe?
car. Can I run to my car and get it?
Yeah,
Do I
I
have?
will kill time. We are gonna see if you want to get the shoe out there. Go grab it.
Okay.
I will make
I
it
got a
happen.
fanny pack, so I'm just letting you know, don't get excited when I stand up. I have shorts and a fanny pack on. I'm sorry to disappoint you. All right.
Okay. Well,
God.
there you go,
Oh,
guys.
you didn't? Yeah.
Shorts and a fanny pack.
Compassion.
As he runs to
Yeah.
grab the shoe, I will go ahead and let you guys know what's going on a little bit later on here tonight. I'll be back on at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with none other than Tim Dynamite out of Super Crazy Pro Wrestling. We've been watching him for about 2 to 3 years now. He's doing some stuff over in Fight Pro as well, and is doing a lot of tremendous things, and I cannot wait to sit down and have this conversation. Also, tomorrow night, we're doing a Golden State Spotlight at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's a surprise right now. Actually, it's not. I'll go ahead and tell you who it is because I haven't dropped the graphic yet. It's going to be on none other than the Radiant Son, Jake Redondo. We're going to take a look at him from Primal Pro. We'll take a look at some of the stuff from Millennium Pro. And as you know, Jake was going to be working with us throughout 2026 on some of our live events as well. And then on Friday, the Lone Star Spotlight with JB, Chris Chaos, and myself. At 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Johnny Lyons is who we're going to be taking a look at. And then, of course, for Valentine's Day, we are off. I have promised the better half that there will be no streams, but I will be premiering our Chapter 2 Next Level on our YouTube platform. And if I can get away with it and get a co-host, we may do a watch party on Saturday for it. We'll stay tuned for that. We'll see how it goes. I gotta make sure that the better half is okay. And then on Sunday, we've got several things going down. We got Wrestling Crust Live, got a couple Beyond the Bells. That is all this weekend. Let's see it. Drum roll.
I think I have to take the background off of this thing.
Oh.
That's all right. I can do it in 2 seconds.
The background is going away. Yeah.
Boom. So this is essentially what I have right now.
This is the prototype, correct?
Yeah. So this is a basketball shoe bottom, and this is the arch support plate here. This is the symbol of the company. It's Odd2C. It's actually my crocodile eye that I have right there. This is the wrong color, obviously. This is all scrap material from the factory.
Mm-hmm.
The strap that I have here is too small, and it's got to go to the center line. So there's a lot of changes coming. And then I don't have any of my chrome pieces or the emblems on it because, this is going to be blinged out. And it won't have all this, like, pleather shit. But what the nature of the shoe is it has an Achilles support in here. So if you hit your Achilles on the rope or anything, you have a lot of protection. The heel's actually protruding for a reason here because this is a soft composite to take and absorb shock if you were to jump off of anything. And then the sides are beveled on purpose so that if you land, kind of like in basketball, if you land from a high place, it needs to disperse all of that impact. So the shoes actually have lines in here. It's all to disperse the impact of your jump. And then this is a hardened TPU rubber piece. It's not metal, but it's hardened so that you have protected toes if you were to jump off, frog splash, do anything so you don't break your toes.
I like it, man. Yeah. And this is just a prototype, guys. Again, this is not the finished product, but this is what it will end up looking like to a degree, at least the shape of the shoe itself and what it's going to encompass. So that's a piece of new information. I don't know if anybody's seen that yet. Is that exclusive to us, Mr. Epic?
I showed the first original prototype that didn't look close to being this done. This is the first exclusive this is closest to what it's going to look like.
Got it. I love it, man. I appreciate you sharing that with us. We're going to throw that out there and we'll make sure to tag the social medias attached as well. Make sure I have all that information so I can put it out there and get it out there to our audience as well. So
it's called Odd2C. ODD2SEE.
Got it. It's on Instagram.
I have the website www.odd2c.com.
Got it.
I haven't blasted the Insta because once I have the final product, then I'm going to take it all over. I don't want to create a bunch of curiosity for something that I can't sell right away.
Got it. Well, we'll make sure we link the website in the video descriptions below, guys, too. So please head on over and hit that button and check him out, see what he's got going on. I'm sorry that my dogs are screaming in the background. This has been fantastic, man. I've really enjoyed this conversation, and I always tell people when they come in, I do these first conversations with me are surface scratchers, and they're that way by design. I just like to come in and just chat, and then hope that you have a good time and that you want to come back and chat with us down the line as well.
Anytime.
Is there anything that you would like to say, or anything that you want to plug? Anything you've got coming up that we didn't touch on here? The floor is yours. By all means, go right ahead.
I'll be at Dirt Dog Compound, 327 for Bring on the Bully, Rodeo Pro Wrestling. I'll be there, the 20th, in Bakersfield, California. If you guys want to see some up and coming young workers, you got to check out like Ray Rico, Mondo Rico, Zuka King, the 17th. That's gonna be a fun show. Always going to be fun. But I think that's about it. Yeah, honestly. And then Tattoo Joe. If you guys want to get tattooed with me, if anybody wants to get tattooed with me, I will pay for the day while the man thing piece right here. He's done like my crocodile, all this stuff,
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the entire show. Or if you're catching us on replay, the easiest way that you can show your support is by sharing, and subscribing. And it is free because it costs you nothing. It's been on the screen the entire show. Just _the_epic. Very simple.
One more thing.
Yes, sir.
YouTube. Doug _Malo. MALO.
There we go. One more time. Throw it out here one more time.
Doug _Malo. I just posted my last pred catch on there, and we posted a lot more.
All right. All that will be linked down below, guys. Make sure that you are following. Again, it's super simple. It doesn't cost you anything, and it goes a long way. You're able to stay in tune and stay in touch. Dude, I know that you are here on this planet to do some powerful things. And I'm thankful that I just got to be a little piece of that here today. And I cannot wait to see what transpires in the future. For my guest today, the Epic, I am Chris Page, and we will see you next time.